William Saliba frankly revealed when he will join Real Madrid. Kane's transfer to Barcelona. Ronaldo replied whether he considers Messi better than himself. United entered the race for Guéhi, and Van Dijk dreams of Real Madrid. All of this and more in today's episode. Arsenal and France defender William Saliba admitted that a move to Real Madrid was a real option before signing a new contract with the Londoners in September 2025. Of course, it's always tempting when such a club tries to lure you, but my desire is to stay at Arsenal, first to win trophies, and only then think about something else, Celiba said. With these words, he effectively confirmed a move to Real Madrid is possible, but only after he achieves success with Arsenal. The renewed agreement with the London club is valid until 2030, which gives the Gunners long-term stability, but does not close the door for a future transfer. Saliba is one of Mikel Arteta's key defensive players, and his name is already among the potential targets of top European clubs, including Real Madrid and PSG. By the way, Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk tried to realise his long-held dream to wear the white uniform of Real Madrid. According to AS, the Dutchman's agents contacted representatives of the Spanish giant to discuss a possible transfer. However, Real Madrid showed no interest and refused to start negotiations. As the source notes, Van Dijk hesitated for a long time with extending his contract with Liverpool. He signed a new agreement only on April 17th. Before that, he received several offers, including one extremely lucrative one from a Saudi Arabian club, but the footballer delayed the process, hoping for a call from Madrid. However, Real Madrid management decided not to invest resources in a 34-year-old centre-back. The club bet on youth in particular. It recently invested in the transfer of 20-year-old Dean Hosen. In addition, Madrid considered the history of a serious knee injury that Van Dijk suffered in 2020. In the end, the Dutchman remained in England. Despite his agent's attempts and his own desire, the move to Real Madrid never happened. The dream remained just a dream. Why do footballers dream so much of Real Madrid? I don't understand. Who can answer? Please write in the comments. Manchester United has entered the race for Crystal Palace central defender Marc Guehi, who could become one of the most interesting transfers of the summer. The Englishman's contract with the London club expires in the summer, and his representatives are already actively working on the next step in his career. Guéhi is one of the most stable centre-backs in the Premier League, as well as an England national team player. His name appears on the lists of potential reinforcements for not only United, but also Arsenal, Tottenham, and Chelsea, who, by the way, have a first option to buy. The battle for Guéhi is expected to be fierce, as he can move for free or for a reduced sum if Palace decides to sell him before his contract expires. Also, Manchester United risks losing another talent midfielder, Kobbie Mainoo. According to Teen Talk, Napoli is actively pressuring the English club to secure a loan for the 20-year-old player as early as January. The Italians see Mainoo as an ideal reinforcement for the second half of the season, and the player himself is open to a new challenge if he receives guarantees of playing time. Thus, while United is looking for options to strengthen its defense, the club may simultaneously lose a promising central midfielder who is just beginning to establish himself in the first team. The situation around Mainoo is another challenge for the sporting management, which must decide whether to risk his development for the sake of short-term solutions. Barcelona is ready to sign Marcus Rashford on a permanent basis if he agrees to a salary reduction. Currently, the Englishman earns about €375,000 per week at Manchester United, which is approximately €17.5 million per year. The Catalan club cannot afford such expenses and offers Rashford a new deal with an annual salary of €12 to €14 million. According to TalkSport, the player is open to negotiations and is ready to consider a salary reduction if it allows him to stay with Hansi Flick's team. This season, Rashford has played 14 matches, scored 6 goals, and provided 7 assists, becoming one of Barcelona's attacking leaders. Al Nassr forward Cristiano Ronaldo once again ignited the debate about the greatest footballer of all time, stating that Lionel Messi is not better than him. In an interview with Piers Morgan, the Portuguese commented on the words of Wayne Rooney, who previously claimed that the Argentine surpassed Ronaldo. Is Messi better than me? I don't agree. I'm not going to be modest. CR7 stated, clearly implying that he considers himself the best. Both legendary players continue their careers despite their age and remain influential figures in world football. Damn, this is probably an eternal question. Who is better, Ron or Leo? If purely by golden balls, Messi has more. But Ronaldo has more goals scored, 950. Messi is a huge talent, and Ronaldo is insane hard work and simply crazy discipline. Friends, who is better? Erik Ten Hag is on the shortlist of candidates for the head coach position at Wolverhampton. According to David Ornstein, the club's management is considering options to replace the current coach, and among the names being discussed is the former Manchester United manager. Although official negotiations have not yet begun, the interest in Ten Hag indicates Wolves' desire to bet on an experienced coach with a European background. Tottenham and Chelsea are preparing for a transfer battle for Porto forward Samu Aghehowa, who could be released for approximately £70 million. The 21-year-old Spaniard has scored 9 goals in 12 matches this season, and his form has attracted the attention of top APL clubs. According to Correo da Manhã, both London clubs are already studying the terms of a potential transfer, and Porto is ready to consider offers if they approach the desired amount. Aghehowa only moved to Porto in the summer, but quickly became a key attacking player. His contract is valid until 2029, so the club has a strong negotiating position. Chelsea sees him as a long-term replacement for Nicholas Jackson, and Tottenham as an option to strengthen after losing Harry Kane. The winter transfer window is expected to be decisive, as both clubs want to resolve the striker issue before the start of the second half of the season. Interestingly, Samu Aghehowa was already a step away from joining Chelsea in the summer of 2024. The Londoners agreed with Atletico on a transfer for £35 million, in parallel with Conor Gallagher's move to the Madrid club. The forward arrived in London, completed all negotiations, and the club was preparing an official announcement. But the transfer fell through at the last moment officially, due to a failed medical examination. After that, Aghehowa ended up at Porto, where he immediately started playing well, and is now again in Chelsea's spotlight. Harry Kane is seriously considering a move to Barcelona as early as next summer, although his €65 million release clause will only become active in 2026. According to Football Insider, the Catalans have already held preliminary negotiations with the Englishman's agents, as well as with other European clubs, to assess readiness for a transfer earlier than the contract allows. Kane, who is 32, is open to a new challenge, especially against the backdrop of Robert Lewandowski's uncertain future. Barcelona is looking for an experienced striker capable of delivering immediate results, and Harry fits this model perfectly. To circumvent formal restrictions, the parties can agree on a so-called separate agreement, a voluntary transfer compromise that allows the transfer to take place before the clause is activated. In this case, Barca can offer Bayern €55 million to convince the club to sell the player earlier. This format is often used when a footballer insists on changing clubs, and the current employer does not want to lose him without compensation. If negotiations continue, Kane's transfer to Barcelona could happen as early as this summer, not because of the clause, but through a mutual agreement that will satisfy all parties. Liverpool is closely monitoring Fulham forward Kevin, who moved from Shakhtar in the summer for £34.5 million. According to Football Insider, the club has already sent its chief scout to assess the 22-year-old Brazilian's performance. Despite the fact that Kevin has not yet opened his goal-scoring account in the Premier League, his dribbling and creativity have impressed Liverpool analysts. The Brazil youth national team player is showing progress and could become the subject of transfer interest in the near future. Fulham is counting on Kevin as a long-term project, but interest from a top club could change the situation, especially if he starts delivering results in the second half of the season. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep watching for more football action, and have a wonderful day.